beautiful Monday morning. Knowing I'm on lockdown, I'm sitting again. You know what's the thing? You know what's the thing? Why I'm still okay? Just so you'll know. Why I'm still cool? Is because I've been behaving. I follow the rules. I don't go out. It's freaking COVID, guys. Okay, it's a coronavirus pandemic. You're gonna get locked down, especially if you don't listen and if the virus is just spreading. Of course, your president is gonna lock you down. Well, guys, if you're just joining us, you're live with us on Attenville TV. This is the Crack of Dawn show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. Usually by my side, Brenna Hoover and Makandize. But unfortunately, she can't be in today due to her health reasons. I think she broke a hip. I don't know. She's not that old. She's 39. but she'll be fine. She's in recovery. She's at home. Yeah, she'll let us know. She's in recovery, right? Don't worry. She doesn't have COVID. She's fine. She has normal natural disasters. Well, that's not contagious. But guys, if you want to join us in studio today, you can interact with us with the contact details that you'll find at the bottom right of your screen. There. Look there. Can you see it? It's there. All right. Okay, guys. Good morning to Kim, coming from our biggest fan on Attenville TV. From Stony Melanis, he says, good morning, Kim. How you feeling this morning on this level 4 lockdown? Have you ever seen someone look so happy on lockdown? You know what I'm happy about? That I'm not in the business of alcohol because they restricted, or now they completely shut down because we hit level 4 according to your president's address. Alright, so we're going to talk about this a little bit later, okay? We're going to get into what you can do and what you can't do, okay? It's going to be fun because you know why? This teaches you a lesson. If you were running around town, going to social gatherings, I know you were trying to get your life back, but just remember the pandemic was never over. So you kind of played a part in this. You played a role in this. You know that, right? So every single one of us needs to listen and behave. Stay at home for a little while. If you actually follow the rules, you'll realize that these things will go away. The pandemic cannot get worse. It won't spread. It won't get ugly. All right, guys. So as we're talking about the coronavirus pandemic and as we're going to talk about the president's address last night, we do have another message coming in, rolling in from the Facebook page. Good morning to Nishi Heeralal this morning. Thank you so much for joining us early in the morning on Attenville FM, Attenville TV, sorry. And morning, Stony Melanis. Nishi Heeralal's already interacting on the Facebook page at 6 o'clock in the morning. Love it. All right, guys, stay tuned for a jam-packed show as I'm here to keep you company for a little while, and then straight after that we're going to hit the radio station. But for now, stay here. This is the Crack of Dawn show. We'll be right back straight after this commercial break.
The world is a busy place with people like you and I, generating vast quantities of sensitive data on a daily basis, receiving, transferring, sharing across the 4 corners of the globe. But who is protecting all of that sensitive data? Who can help eliminate the risks of security breaches? And what if it were you? Accompany a businessman during an assignment. Be his guardian angel. Help protect his data and become foolproof on cybersecurity.
Welcome back, guys. If you're just joining us, you're live with us on Attenville TV. This is the Crack of Dawn show with myself, Kimera Heeralal, as your host. Now, this morning we're talking about the coronavirus pandemic here in South Africa. I'm in Johannesburg, so it's not too. For me, it's not sad. Okay, I've been the same lockdown that we have. I've been following the rules. I've been listening, if you want to call it that. Don't forget, if you want to interact with us in studio today, join this conversation, all right? You'll find our contact details at the bottom right of your screen. Now, looking at what happened last night, I hope you didn't miss it. If you did miss it, I'm here to update you. Now, if you look at this, right? Okay, hold on. All right. So now, the following measures have to be followed. I hope you're listening. Now, this was, well, what is the English word I'm looking for? This is active, or should I say, this has been happening since last night. This is now the legit way of living. So now all gatherings, please listen. You have to listen, because every single thing has happened because every single one of us in society played a role in what's happening now. Because if you're not listening and we're touching each other, we're hanging out, we're passing the virus, it's happening. All right, so all gatherings, whether it's indoors or outdoors, are actually prohibited, right? These include religious, political, cultural, and social gatherings. I'm so happy I had a social gathering yesterday before the president's address. Now, guys, it was my grand's memorial service of 1 year, so yeah, it was just immediate family, not everybody. All right, so anyway, funerals and cremations are actually permitted. But attendance may not exceed 50 people. It's still the same. And all social distancing and health protocols must be observed. Now, guys, if you don't listen, this is going to take longer. You're going to keep going back to level 4. You're going to keep losing out on life. We have actually, I feel like we wasted, or feel like we lost 2 years of our lives because we can't do the things we used to do, or the way we used to do it. Now, coming in from our Facebook page, seeing Nishi Heeralal, this pandemic is very real. People are not taking it seriously. It's scary. I'm waiting for the rollout of the vaccine, so God forbid I can get the virus. It won't be fatal. Thanks, Nishi Heeralal. We got a Radha Heeralal all the way from Pietermaritzburg this morning saying, good morning, beautiful. Good morning, Radha. Thank you so much for joining us. We are talking about the pandemic this morning. Not a funny show this morning. I'm quite serious, actually. All right. So public spaces. If you're watching this show and you were lazy to watch the president last night, you gotta know, like, such as your beaches and your parks, it will remain open, right? But however, no gatherings are permitted. All right. So a curfew will be in place from 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. at night. You shouldn't be in the street that time, anyways. It's winter. It's cold. All right. Okay, so a curfew is in place. It's been in place since last night. And well, also remember, all the people who love their booze, okay, the sale of alcohol, both for on-site, okay, and off-site consumption, is prohibited. So please bear in mind, no fighting here. Our ministerial advisory committee has advised that the limited restrictions previously imposed were not as effective. So they don't believe it was effective at all. So they say that a prohibition will ease the pressure that is placed on hospital services by alcohol-related emergencies at, you get those emergencies and incidents at hospitals. Most of the time it's caused by alcohol, right? So they're prohibiting that as well. So because of the burden of infections in Gauteng, travel in and out of the province for leisure purposes will be prohibited, as well as this does not include your work or business or commercial travel as well. So transit those through airport, and for those transport of goods, that is allowed, and business won't be shut down for others there. If you want to interact with us in studio today, you can do so with all the contact details, which you'll find at the bottom right of your screen. All right, so we've got Bongani and Kosi coming in on the Facebook page. This is far from over, but I hope we will overcome it. God be with us. God is with us, honey. And thank you so much for joining us this morning, Bongani. All right, Stanley Millen is coming in on Facebook. It's getting tough for real. Guys, don't be sad. If you haven't invested in board games yet to keep in your home and keep yourself busy, go now. Well, when the shop's open at 9. All right, so we've got Brenna Huve Makandise coming in on the Facebook page. Good morning, Kim. This COVID is serious now. Yes, I know, honey. It's very serious. Well, guys, we'll talk about this a little bit more straight after this commercial break.
Wanna be a star? For all your music needs, contact Rockstar B Productions South Africa. We offer music production, publishing, artist management, and digital distribution. For further information, contact 084 605 5466.
welcome back. If you're just joining us, you are live with us on Attenville TV. This is the Crack of Dawn show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. This morning we're talking about the lockdown, the coronavirus pandemic, and I'm actually making sure this show is up to make you realize what the rules and regulations are. And wow, due to everybody not listening and not following the rules, we are back at level 4. Yeah. All right, so as we finished off with the last comment on Facebook, we had Brenna Hoover Macandise saying that the COVID is now serious. Baby girl, this COVID was always serious. It was never not serious. Okay, so guys, if you want to interact with us in studio today, we are talking about the coronavirus pandemic. You can contact us with the contact details at the bottom right of your screen. There. Can you see it? There. I can see it. Can you see it? Okay. All right. So no gatherings. Nada. Level 4. All right. Okay. So don't forget now, if you're currently not in your place of residence, you do know you are allowed to go and travel back home. Sounds good. Yeah. You are allowed to go home. Okay. So visit to the old age homes, care facilities, and other congregant settings will be restricted. Guys, don't go visit your granny now if you are running around the street because she or he is not well. Your granny or grandpa, don't go visit them now. I know it's sad to say, but if you are following the rules and being safe, then visit. But if you're not looking after yourselves and you're carrying all these germs to your grandparents, you know what's going to happen, right? You're going to cause trouble there. All right, so also restaurants and other eateries. Check this out. Now, will only be permitted to sell food for takeaway. Okay, so all you people who don't like cooking and can afford to go out every night, it's closed now. But you can take it away. You can take it home. So now you have dishes. All right. So this is because it's not possible for patrons to wear masks while eating. Okay, which is true. You know that, right? And also you can't eat and drink with your mask on. So rather be safe. There's no sit downs anywhere. Well, in South Africa there is. I don't know about overseas how their lockdowns are going. Now, the closure of schools and other educational institutions for winter holidays will be brought forward, as well as schools will start closing from this Wednesday. Wow. I think we should put an online education channel one time. All right. So from the 30th of June, guys, all schools will be expected to be closed by the end of the week, which will be on Friday. If they are trying to finish their syllabuses, which I don't think is a good idea, they should just keep everything online. I know many kids have access to WhatsApp. So if they did the whole video call thing or the whole Zoom thing, I think it'll work. That doesn't mean that they will lose a whole year of educating themselves, and they shouldn't lose out. So doing it through Zoom or doing it through video calls or conference video calls, I think that works. I think it works as they're not near each other, and I think it'll work. All right, lots of messages flying in on the Facebook page. Guys, if you want to interact with us, you can join us. All right, so we've got Nishi Heeralal saying the alcoholics causing too much of havoc in this country. This is so true. She says she can't understand why people can't function without alcohol. It's something that was supposed to be enjoyed as a social thing, not misbehaving. I also agree with that, Nishi. People shouldn't even be getting wasted at this time. It's scary because of what we're going through. And when you're intoxicated, you don't think of, oh, I should sanitize, or oh, I shouldn't touch that, or oh, we should social distance. When you're trashed or you're wasted, everybody likes to lean on each other, laugh with each other. You will forget that you're not wearing a mask. It's dangerous. People, if you are drinking, drink inside the comfort of your own home and be with the people that you live with. So it's not like you're going out, coming back, you know what I mean, right? Okay, so we've got Stony Melodist. The alcohol was not supposed to be open from the start to avoid what we are going through now. Hey, Stony, you're making a lot of enemies now. Lots of people want to drink in the comfort of their own home, not necessarily to party or to get wasted. Some people have a long day at work. They want to kick back on the couch and just maybe have a beer or maybe have one glass of wine. I get it. I used to be like that. There was a time where I used to love my red wine, guys. It was to relax, not to get trashed and get out of control. But then you get those people who just don't listen. And then they're, of course, what we are in now. All right, so we have Brenda Hoover Makandi say people get infected because they can't say no to relations who visit their homes. It's better safe than sorry. Tell them to stay home and be safe. I hope the president told everybody. Brenda, are you speaking from experience, honey? Shame. Guys, Brenda Hoover Makandise had COVID last year, and unfortunately, I assume she's sharing her story live with us here on Attenville TV. We also got another message coming in from Nishi Heeralal replying to Stoney on our live Facebook page. It's the stupid people that can't control their alcohol. Unfortunately, there are many companies who are suffering when there is no alcohol sales. That's so true. And that is so true. Many. Quite a few actually. So then have a cup of coffee. It's also relaxing. Nishi Heeralal says there's no need to have alcohol. I suppose, but a lot of people use it as a relaxer. Yeah. All right, we'll talk about this a little bit more straight after this commercial break. Welcome back, guys. If you're just joining us, you're live with us on Attenville TV. This is the Cracker Dawn Show with myself, Kimera Heeralal, as your host. Yeah. I'm here to keep you company this morning, and this morning show is a little bit serious. If you're wondering where's Brenda Hoover Makandise, she's not feeling well this morning. Her health's not in order. Don't worry, it's not the COVID. It's not the coronavirus. She's 39. I forgot what she told me she's suffering with. But get well soon, honey. We will pray for you. All right, guys, for those of you who are just joining us, you can contact us and join us in this conversation. You'll find our contact details at the bottom right of your screen right there. You can join us on Facebook, DTV, Live TV, all of those different channels. However you want to interact with us, you can comment at the bottom of your page if you are interacting over a page. All right, we've got a lot of people flying in on Facebook. We are talking about the coronavirus pandemic, and we are talking about level 4 lockdown here in South Africa. All right, so how are you taking this, guys? Cabin fever hitting you again? If it is, no one said you can't go outside in your garden. Go chill there, take a breather. If you don't have a garden, go in your balcony or just step outside. Nobody said you can't step outside. Put your mask on, go stand outside, chill, take a breather, look at the sky, go, you know, try it out. You'll feel better. All right, so now look at all the rules and regulations that you have been given last night in the president's address, and if you missed it, yeah, I'm here to actually inform you what's up. All right, okay, so we've got a lot of messages flying in on Facebook. We've got, all right, Nishi Heeralal also telling us it's all in the mind. There are many other ways to relax and have fun. No need for alcohol. All right, we've got Nishi Heeralal saying no travel in and out of Gauteng. Yes, we are aware, Nishi Heeralal. Thank you for that. But guys, don't forget, if you need to go home, you've got before Friday to go home, your place of residence. So if you're stuck somewhere right now, it doesn't mean you're locked. You are allowed to go home, but if the police stop you, you have to show them proof that you are going to your home. All right. We've got Brenda Hoover Makandise saying, yes, Kim, I am talking from experience. I got infected in my own home by a person who didn't listen to the regulations of staying at home. She also says the president talks, but people are difficult. I know. I hate when I have to go to a feeding and people are jumping on top of each other trying to take a plate of food. I said to them, listen, you are going to get fed. You need to just listen to the rules. Social distancing, we've got markers on the floor. We've got 1.5 meter markers on the floor when we're doing our feeding schemes, and people don't listen. They actually want to come and touch you and take a plate and there's not supposed to be contact between you and me. But I'm not gonna lie, this past weekend and last week, Thursday and Saturday, I'm not gonna lie, people were awesome. There was no touching, there was no contact whatsoever, so it was brilliant. Keeping that full 5 meter from me to the person who's taking their food, and it's like, there's your food, now you can come take it, because I'm not touching it. And I wear my latex gloves all the time with my mask and my hairnet. I rock my hairnet. All right, as we're moving along in the show, talking about the coronavirus pandemic, we've got Stony Melody. Some people get aggressive when we try to warn them in public about social distancing. They feel you are annoying to tell them what to do, and some say they refuse to be treated like prisoners. Yeah, we understand, Stony Melodies, but those people are actually ignorant and not educated. Unfortunately, it's not their fault. All right, so we have to try and be as nice as we can, smile and tell them you need to listen because this is a deadly virus. You can die from it. So when I go out and I talk to people who are not educated about this, and they don't realize the seriousness of this virus, I stand there with a smile on my face and I say, ma'am, this sickness is bad, especially when they are not English speaking. You have to tell them it's a sickness. You can't use the word virus. I don't know, not a lot of people actually understand what we're saying when we try and do our feedings properly, but I noticed this past week was a bit okay. It was safe. I was feeling fine. And you do realize a lot of people have something bad to say when we're doing a feeding. It's not that we are not safe. We are following protocol. We have markers on the floors, and as I told you, this past week was a beautiful experience. To see people actually listening and standing in one queue, but 1.5 meters from each other, especially the kids, they listening. Kids actually listen more than the adults do, if you didn't know. All right. Okay, so guys, please wash your hands regularly. Wear your face mask all the time. Whenever you leave home, permanently keep it on your face as if it's a part of your body. That's the only way to keep safe. And please buy proper masks. I notice people are buying these cloths, and they fancy. There's ones that go around your neck. Those things are too thin to be protecting you from the virus, guys. It'll go through the mask. So do not use your mask for a fashion statement. It's there to protect you. All right, another message coming in from Brenna Huve Makandise this morning. She says, there are some people who tell themselves that COVID is not real, and they believe it, and I believe they can never get it. Okay. A lot of people only learn when it happens to them, Brenna. Unfortunately, that's the way the world works. It's crazy, it's sad, and it's crazy. All right, Nishi Heeralal this morning. God bless you and your team for giving back. Thank you so much, Nishi Heeralal. We feel blessed when we do it every time. Guys, just remember, when we go out and we're doing our feeding, we actually are risking our lives to make sure that we do God's work, because we feel the coronavirus pandemic should not stop us from doing God's work. I mean, where are they going to get their food and where are they going to eat? So that is why we are carrying on with our purpose. There's a lot of people who are shouting at us and telling us to shut it down. We can't. We don't want to, because these people will have nothing. They literally do have nothing. Most of those people, when I go to the feedings, they find a spot to sleep in the attics of where we are, and all they have is a blanket and the clothes on their back. So we give them something to look forward to every Thursdays and Saturdays. If we could feed every day, we would, guys. But thank you so much, Nishi Heeralal, for thanking us and giving us recognition. We really appreciate it. For those of you just joining us, you can interact with us with the contact details at the bottom right of your screen. Lots of messages flying in from Facebook. Lots of people are being affected by this level 4 lockdown. But listen, the coronavirus pandemic is not over yet. I need you to be strong. I need you to have faith. If you need to sit at home and be entertained, watch Attenville TV. And if you don't feel like watching TV, tune into Attenville FM. It's for everyone. All right, lots of messages coming through, but we'll talk about this a little bit more straight after this commercial break. And we're back. Guys, don't worry, we're not false advertising this morning, as Brenna Hoover Makandise thought she was going to be feeling fine to be at work this morning. So you'll get me, DJ Baby Girl, on the Breakfast Express show. Here I'm known by my real name, my ID name. You can't come on here and say you're a DJ with no decks, right? Alright, so if you're just joining us for the first time right now, you are live with us on Attenville TV. This is the Crack of Dawn show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. Now, it's almost time for me to go now, but before I say my goodbyes, please do join me live on Attenville FM on the Breakfast Express show. I am live every single weekday, Monday through to Friday, from 6 a.m. up until 9. Join me there. I'm not going to tell you what I'm talking about. I just want you to tune in. All you have to do is download our app from the App Store, and you can get it on Google Play as well. Download Attenville FM. Alright, as we are closing up the show, comments just flying in, streaming through, but we have to close the show. But before we do, let me quickly go through everybody's comments. Alright, so, well, Stony Melodis says, should I protect myself and forget about those who don't listen? It's not about forgetting about them, Stony Melodis. It's about you being cautious, and when those people who don't listen, you just have to stand a nice distance away from them. They'll actually learn their lesson when the time comes. All right, looking at what all of the messages coming through, the thing is that I don't want to end up in hospital in these times for trying to tell someone to follow the rules. How do we stick to the rules? You know what I wish we could afford, Stony Melodis, everywhere we went? You know those sanitizing machines that sanitize your entire body? I remember walking to a place called Shurino Printers. And it sanitizes your body from head to toe. I wish we had those all around us. That'll help everybody, especially those who don't listen. All right, we've got Stony Melodis also coming in. Whitney, she replying to Brenna this morning, especially those that think they think because they're praying to God they won't get it. It's ignorant, because God helps those who helps themselves. So true story, guys. God gave you wisdom to keep yourself safe. So if you are being stupid and touching each other and not listening to the rules, you will get sick. You're just being ignorant. All right, as everybody is chatting to each other live on the Facebook page, I do see Gordon Cook from the Love All Serve All Sai Center in Attenville, Benoni. Good morning to you, sir. He says, Sairam loving sister, you're such a great messenger and servant of the gods. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Gordon Cook. Om Sairam. Well, for those of you who just joined us, you are a little late for the show, but you can join me live on Attenville FM. I'm hopping straight from here onto radio. So, guys, I have told you the rules and regulations. I did tell you what the president has addressed as what the rules are. Please don't break it. Don't get yourself locked up for silly things. Follow the rules. The numbers are rising. You don't know who's sick. Please wear your face mask. If you can afford latex gloves, do it. If you're like me and you wash your hands like 10 times a day, wash your hands regularly. It's more effective than using a sanitizer. But hey, if you're not near a tap with soap, please do sanitize regularly. Everywhere you go, there's sanitizer. I've went into any shop. They've got sanitizers. Look after yourselves. Don't touch each other. If you're hanging out with your friends, relax. You know what? Behave. Behave. I know South Africans are very friendly people. They like hugging each other. They like hanging on each other. Guys, realize this pandemic is real. It doesn't get more real than this. From myself, Kimera, Heeralal, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.